A very good morning, dear children. Hope all of you have seen last day's cyclone video. That wherever I have discussed about cyclone, its characteristics, and how it looks like and where it's from. And today we will get to know about anticyclone, which is just opposite of cyclone. Wherever cyclone is there, so anticyclone it will follow by this. Okay, or we can say anticyclone always followed by that cyclone. So here you can see, and please see till the last so that you can better understand about anticyclone. In the cyclone conditions, we have seen cyclone will form around that low pressure condition which area is comparatively hotter than other area. In the case of anticyclone, we will see something that just opposite any of the area. Now we will get to know about anticyclone. Suppose this is area A, and if this area is also cold or cold kind of that weather condition, or we can say that less temperature is there. If less temperature will be there, so the wind will be heavy wind will there, heavy wind, and heavy wind always moves down to the surface of the earth. Okay, it will come down to the surface of the earth, so it will form high pressure. Okay, so it's always related any of the area which is having high pressure means that area is colder than other area. Okay, than other area. Fine, it is colder, which is having high pressure, that is colder than other area. That's why the heavy wind it will move downside and it will create high pressure. So we were talking about that cyclone and anticyclone both are related, and anticyclone always followed by the cyclone. So how it is forming? So in that cyclone part, we have seen if any of the area is low pressure forming, that is the condition of the cyclone situation. Cyclone. Okay, and on the other hand, if it is the high pressure area surrounding areas colder air, that is forming high pressure. High pressure means that is the source of anticyclone. Okay, how? Because low pressure area, hotter areas air, it will be lighter weighted, it will move up, so that area's pressure will be low, air pressure will be low. So to fill that place from this high pressure area, the wind in the spiral way it will enter to this low pressure area. Fine. So what we are getting to see here, the wind is entering to the low pressure, and here from this low high pressure area wind is going outside. Okay, so this arrow it's clearly showing low pressure area entering conditions, high pressure area outside direction the wind is blowing. This is the cold wind or the colder winds. Okay, so here this cyclone situation always it will be unstable weather condition like rain, thunderstorm. This can be occur in this low pressure area, but high pressure always will be clear sky. Okay, clear sky, that stable weather condition, stable weather condition will be there. Stable weather condition, it means no atmospheric activities we can see in this high pressure zone. Some more characteristic we have to know about this high pressure. Okay, just some more characteristic about this high pressure, because the high pressure condition, if it is the high pressure situation forming, so the wind is blowing towards outside. We just have seen in this case what's actually happening here, not forming any eye, that this is the anticyclone, which is wind is going outside, that is forming anticyclone, forming anticyclone, just opposite of cyclone, that's why anticyclone. Then next is there no eye present. I mean center, no eye present. Stable weather condition, stable weather condition. Fine. Next point what we can see, clear skies. Fine. Next point, here one more thing we have to understand, that how the direction is there. Here if it is the globe or that earth, This is the equator, which is dividing the earth into two equal halves, north and southern hemisphere. So the anticyclone, it will blow in the northern hemisphere clockwise direction. You can recall that for the cyclone in the northern hemisphere, it was clockwise, no, anti-clockwise direction. Cyclone in the northern hemisphere, it was blowing in the anti-clockwise direction, but the anticyclone, it is blowing in the clockwise direction. This is clockwise, and in the southern hemisphere it will be anti-clockwise, just opposite direction of cyclone. So it's very easy to remember. Even these characteristic features of that anticyclone and cyclone you can use for differentiation, because in the exam sometime it can be asked that differentiate between cyclone and anticyclone. In that case you easily compare these all points with that cyclone. If you will see the video, you can easily get all that points already explained here there also, and you can make your own differentiation table. So one more thing, students, whenever you are writing the differentiation distinction, you always will write in that tabular form. Tabular form, it means it will be cyclone, so it will then next table you will anticyclone, and then point wise you will write. No one will write in that paragraph form because this is more presentable. Fine. And one more thing, you have to know, whenever we are drawing that anticyclone, how we will draw. Definitely this diagram we can draw, but how the pressure we will show. Pressure. So in that case, some isobar already we have read, the imaginary lines which are joining the places having same air pressure. Okay, so isobar, suppose these are the isobar. Here some isobars I am drawing. Okay, one more here, and this isobar here, this is the value, this is high pressure zone, high pressure, so 1000, I am taking 1000 millibar. Then definitely outside it is decreasing because the wind is always blow high pressure to low pressure zone. Okay, so the anticyclone condition we have seen, high pressure to low pressure area is moving, so pressure in the center it will be high, towards that outside it will be less. Okay, millibar is the unit of air pressure to measure the air pressure. So the movement of the wind will be towards outward direction in that case of anticyclone. Fine. So you can draw this one, and on the other hand cyclone, the same one kind of this kind of also one more diagram I have drawn. So you can also use this diagram for the differentiation part, even for the explanation of this anticyclone. Hope this concept is clear to everyone, and we will look for some more videos and some more concept. So stay tuned and stay safe. Thank you.